John Murray's Diary, Australia in the Great War, 1914 to 1918. Written by Ian Patterson, Graham Wilson, Darryl Kelly and Steve Wilson. Narrated by Scott Mccann. The Journal of John Murray, January to March 1914. Letter to my brother, Gordon S. Murray, dated March 27, 1914. Dear Gordon, I take great pleasure in providing Happenings at Home number 9, December 1913 to March 1914. My dear brother, it has been some months since my last journal, and I fear I may leave off news of all that has happened in this part of your absence. More so, I missed opportunity to meet the departure from Sydney of the steamer Narrator, so we'll need to hold this volume till she returns from her passage to the islands, which will be some months away. Events at home are for the most favourable, and my tardiness in compiling the news driven mainly by my hours at Bravely and Sons and my citizen forces duties with the lads of the 21st Infantry. There was no word from you with Narrator, so I can only assume and hope that you are well, and surviving the wilds of the islands, and trade is good. I find it hard to believe that it is now 18 months since you were at home. On my personal endeavours, my wanting to become a journalist with the Sydney Morning Herald has not eased, but Mr. Manning, who seems to control all editorial jobs at the paper, says persistence is the first mark of a newspaperman. I applied again in January. I think he takes some joy in refusing me, but I should continue to apply at each intake. I cannot understand why I should be made to wait. I feel my writing exceeds the abilities of many at the paper. Whilst journalism is my desire, Mr. Manning pays considerable attention to my illustrations, and says maturity of years only enhances the artist's view. I would consider the life of an illustrator, if that were my door to the newsroom. Nonetheless, I will keep trying, and for the time will continue at the stock and station agents, which, although tedious, does afford me insight to the heart of our country, and the people I encounter are rich in stories of the bush and land. I'll be 20 at the next newspaper intake, and should I fail, I fear I may be too old to start what will be 4 years as a junior. Perhaps I will be mature enough for Mr. Manning to consider me as an illustrator. You'll notice I've taken to typing my letter. This is a most exciting development. I've wanted a machine for some time. Father secured an almost new Corona 3 portable machine from an American tobacconist in George Street. The fellow supplies Father's tobacco stock and recently visited America. He paid $50 American for the machine, some £11, but found it completely unsatisfactory for compiling ledgers upon his return. Father, sporting my journalistic ambitions, offered £8, which the fellow jumped at. It is a splendid machine and accompanies me everywhere. I will repay Father at a rate of 5 shillings each pay. I've included a cutting from the Herald of March 25th, which I hope brings a smile. The 18th Infantry rifle shoot, 7 shots over 500 yards, was won by Corporal Holmes with 33 points. I recall his indignation with your last 2 shots at the area shoot. You would have thought the wager was £1,000, not a couple of quid. When he marched off muttering, "Lucky bugger," we were all folded with laughter. You are still regarded as the finest marksman. The smallpox epidemic noted in my earlier journal continues to cause concern, and I urge caution if meeting passengers arriving from any port in Australia. It continues to spread, and it is our good fortune only that the disease is considered by the health experts as mild. All in the family have now been administered the free vaccination. I look forward to again seeing you, and in the meanwhile trust you will find the journal enjoyable and informative. Your loving brother, John. Happenings at Home, number 9, January to March 1914. Matters of family. Father's store is flourishing. Summer arrived with a vengeance this year, and Coogee Bay is drawing more and more people. It is getting positively crowded at weekends with sunbathers from miles away, seeking out the sands and the cool waters. Father talks of expanding the store further, or opening another at the southern end by the seaside. He has already added a range of household merchandise to his emporium, which seems to attract good custom, although Mother is still concerned about the hours he keeps, working 7 days beginning each at 5 a.m, and close
Sample complete. Ready to continue?